Firstly, I want to introduce myself is Huy. So I am a student in Ho Chi Minh University of Science in VNU Ho Chi Minh. So our team is Violet with the VCOV, a COVID passport through the VCOV through the COVID detection. So this is our team member. With me is Quốc Vy Trịnh and Minh Văn Nguyễn, Trọng Hiếu Nguyễn Mậu and Anh Khoa Nguyễn is the other members in my team. Our presentation will have 5 parts. Firstly is the problem, next is the solution, system architecture, demo, and future development. Firstly, we'll have to come up with the problem. So nowadays we can see that the COVID-19 and test kit and PCR are three main tests in our society. So however, with the increasing of case in the society nowadays, so it will raise a problem that there will be the lack of COVID tests in our society. That is the reason why we create the VCOV. It looks like a COVID passport included test kit through our COV. So with VCOV, you will have a smart test kit on your phone, so which helps you easily to move around the supermarket, shopping mall, or many public places by the QR code that generated from our application. It looks like the green cards you use every day. And so next we will have to come up with the architecture of our application. Firstly, we will have the user, which is the client, and we will have the server in order to serve the user, and we will have an API AI to detect the cough sound that have COVID or not. And then when the user send the audio and metadata, so the API will detect it, and it will send the result with the percentage of the positive for the user, and we will generate that result in the QR code. And from our server, we will have a database service in order to save the data, and we also create a system that create the annotation for the data that we collect from the society. So this is our VCOV database service. So firstly, we will have the user is a client. So they will send the data, and the data will be saved to the database service. So we will have the Redis is the message broker, and we will have three model. It's like the tree service in our system. So with the salary task, so we will predict the percent of the sound that is it negative or the positive, and then we will use the propping technique in order to annotate the data that we collect from the user, and the data will be stored to the data bucket, and the propping result will be stored in the annotation file. And yes, in our project we use three service with the config of each service is to be CPU with 4G RAM. And this is the result of our internal testing. So we test with the number of sample is 500 and with 10 people. And number of day testing is 10. So the number of people that have COVID is me with my friend is we were infected by COVID in last month, and we collect the 100 sample for the COVID and 400 sample for the other 8 people for the non-COVID, and this is the accuracy for the model is 55.4, and the F1 score is 0.724, and the response time of the server is 2.1 seconds. And this is the demo of the UI, and we also have the demo of our application, so we can see. So firstly, we will record our sound of cough, and then we will send it to the server. And yeah, at this time, so we will wait for a little bit because the server that we use is from the Heroku, so it will cost more time. And so we can see this is my friend that have the negative result with the accuracies is 82.39. And yes, so it will create a QR code like this, and it will send to the user so they can use it in some normal day, not normal life, like they can go to the supermarket and they can use this QR code in order to checking or to move around in the city. It's okay. However, there are some limitation in our project and in our research, and we have to improve it. So we have to improve the model accuracy through our the data that we collected from the users, and moreover, we have the people check from the data that we collected from the user, because when because the propping process will have some problem and maybe the data is incorrect. So it is necessary to have a people to check this data again, and we also have to need the auto checking user location for the further purpose, and we need to update the server architecture for serve more user in the future. So that is the end of our presentation. So thank you everyone to listen. Are there any questions for our presentation?